I don't know how anybody can look at this and not be outraged, but it seems to me that despite story after story like this, our politicians will not take this issue seriously and face the reality that is the very clear pattern of certain countries having backwards attitudes towards women and bringing them to this country. We have found out that two Afghan migrants who are only 17 years old have been sentenced for raping a 15-year-old girl in Leamington Spa Park. Those two boys did not have to be in this country, and that girl could have saved being traumatized for the rest of her life if we simply had border control. And guess what, folks? They lied to us. We have found out now that they are Afghans, but what were we told before? Well, Michelle Dewberry pointed out this old article from when the boys were charged, and we were told, of course, it was two 17-year-old boys from Leamington. Really? Just like how we were told that Axel Rudikabana was just a quiet choir boy from Cardiff. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of this nonsense. Wait until you see, folks. Wait until you see. I'm going to show you later in this video. Wait until you see the defense that the lawyers made to try and excuse these boys from brutally raping a 15-year-old girl. But first of all, let's take a look at their sentencing, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so that you stay up to date with all the news here at Reasoned. So they have been sentenced, one of them to 10 years and 8 months, and the other one to 9 years and 10 months in youth detention. Youth detention because they are under 18. And let's take a look at some of the details. So Warwick Crown Court were told that the pair led the highly distressed 15-year-old victim into a den-type area in Parkland in Leamington Spa, where they attacked her. Absolutely horrifying. That poor girl is probably going to be traumatized for life. And listen to this, folks. So there was some footage captured on the girl's mobile phone. This is in the ITV article. I'll link the full article below. And she can be heard screaming and crying and begging for help, screaming that she wants to go home. And at some point, a member of the public asks her if she's all right, but then doesn't do anything. And I just find that's another part of this story. Of course, there's the immigration side of this, but I think there also is an issue in society that we need to address at the moment, which is this bystander effect, where everyone just stands by and does nothing and hopes that somebody else will deal with the situation. You see videos of people being beaten up in the streets, and everyone's just there either doing nothing, walking by, thinking, oh, just another day, or leave them to it, or they stand there filming it rather than actually getting involved. Yeah, you might have to put yourself at a little bit of risk, but to protect a 15-year-old girl, I mean, that is shocking. And Bernie tweeted this. I'm not going to write about all the details, but what I can't get my head around is that people saw what was happening and did not intervene. How does that happen? How do you hear a child screaming for help and simply walk on? I would like to think, as a woman, that if I were out in public, distressed and in trouble, and I was crying out for help, that somebody would come. They wouldn't just, wimp out and think, oh, don't want to get involved, don't want to put myself at risk. I would like to think that people would intervene and help me if I was screaming for help. But it seems like nowadays that's becoming less and less common. Not to sound sexist, guys, but we need some more real men in society. I think a lot of people have just become wimps who aren't willing to stand up for women. And what's also very clear is that our politicians are not willing to stand up for women. Rupert Lowe, he spoke in a debate last night in the chamber, and the MPs just weren't even interested. He says, I was mocked, heckled and abused by Labour MPs whilst I was highlighting illegal migrant rapes in an almost empty Parliament chamber last night, accused of talking down the country by the arrogant minister. These people are so detached from reality, it's painful. They don't understand what British women are feeling in their own communities, exactly because of mass immigration, harassed, intimidated, raped and assaulted by barbaric men who have no right to be in our country. Strong words there, but I think absolutely necessary. And I'm just trying to get my head around this. You're mocked and heckled for talking about rape. So you've got so-called feminists on the opposition benches laughing at the matter of rape. What is wrong with these people? As I said at the beginning of this video, I don't know how anyone can look at this story and not be outraged and want to take it seriously and do something to stop this from happening again, i.e. have some border control. I just don't understand how anyone who cares about women and has a basic moral compass cannot be infuriated by this. Now wait, I told you guys, wait till you see what the lawyer had to say to defend these boys. So, there are cultural differences, of course, you don't say. He says, oh, he's not used to a society where women are free and deemed equal to men. Don't come to our country then. Stop letting these people into our country if they're from a society where women are not free and are treated like objects to be used and abused. Don't bring them here. Honestly. The lawyer goes on to say he's not used to a society where alcohol is freely available. Oh, the poor little thing. Oh, the poor little thing. I'm feeling so sorry for him, guys. Not. He is morally at sea. There are massive cultural barriers that have become massive moral barriers. And the lawyer suggested that the rapist could still be able to make a life for himself in this country when he is released. I do not want that man walking the streets of this country ever again. I'm sorry. Nope, absolutely not. That list of excuses there, it infuriates me. I understand you're the lawyer and you gotta say something, but I mean, seriously? Seriously? He is morally at sea. You think that excuses someone from rape? My goodness. Now, you might be thinking, surely these guys are going to be straight on the list for deportation for committing such a horrific crime. But actually, only one of them, because they are kids. So one of them is facing automatic deportation because he was 17 at the time of the conviction. But the other guy, I'm not going to try and pronounce their names, was 16 at the time. So he's not subject to deportation. So that guy, he has got quite a long sentence, but in less than 5 years' time, he will be on the streets of Britain. He'll be able to reoffend if he wants to. He'll be on the streets of Britain, no doubt. Okay, this is deeply wrong. These people should have never been in the country in the first place. And it just sickens me reading Rupert Lowe's tweet, seeing there that the MPs that run this country just think it's a laughing matter. They do not care. What is wrong with these people? No wonder parties other than the main parties are skyrocketing in the polls, because that is how the people running in this country treat our women and children. Okay? I want to live in a society where women and children are looked after, not one where they allow countless young men from backwards cultures, who many of which come and rape young girls. I want to live in a country where you have got people running the show that actually care about that, actually care about protecting those women and girls, and want to stop those men from coming here, rather than saying it's an amazing thing in the name of helping refugees. No, I'm sorry. Enough is enough. This has really made my blood boil. Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching another reasoned video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel down below if you're not already, so that I can see you all in the next one. See you next time.